Welcome back to The Fame, your go-to channel for the latest reality TV updates and juicy scoops. First up, we have some exciting news from My Big Fat Fabulous Life. While the show primarily follows Whitney Way Thore's journey to weight loss and living life to the fullest, her family has always been a significant part of the story. This time, Whitney's brother, Hunter Thore, is stepping into the spotlight with his first date with his new girlfriend, Karen. And of course, Whitney couldn't help but get involved. Let's dive into all the details of this heartwarming and slightly awkward family affair. Next, we're diving into the latest concerns surrounding My Big Fat Fabulous Life star, Glenn Thor. Fans have noticed some alarming changes in Glenn's appearance, sparking worry and discussion online. Is Whitney Way Thore's dad facing health issues? Let's get into the details. Then we've got some juicy scoop from My Big Fat Fabulous Life. Whitney Thore has always been one to embrace her natural self, but this time it seems she's taken her body positivity to a new level, one that has left her half-sister, Angie, absolutely shocked. Let's dive into the details of this hairy situation. Finally, we're diving into the mysterious case of Whitney Way Thore's rumored half-brother. Fans of My Big Fat Fabulous Life have been buzzing about the possibility of a secret sibling, but recently the rumor mill has gone silent. With the introduction of a surprise half-sister, Angie, many are left wondering what happened to the rumored half-brother. Could he still make an appearance in an upcoming season on TLC? Let's explore the details. Today, we have some exciting news from My Big Fat Fabulous Life. While the show primarily follows Whitney Way Thore's journey to weight loss and living life to the fullest, her family has always been a significant part of the story. This time, Whitney's brother Hunter Thore is stepping into the spotlight with his first date with his new girlfriend, Karen. And of course, Whitney couldn't help but get involved. Let's dive into all the details of this heartwarming and slightly awkward family affair. Since its debut in 2015, My Big Fat Fabulous Life on TLC is primarily centered on Whitney Way Thore. However, her family, including her mom, dad, brother, and friends, have always played crucial supporting roles. In the upcoming episode, it seems like Hunter Thore is stepping out of the shadows and into a more prominent role. Whether it's Whitney sharing the spotlight or Hunter naturally coming into his own, fans are excited to see more of him. This week's sneak peek reveals Hunter meeting his new girlfriend, Karen, for the first time, but it's not just an intimate date, it's a full family affair. Fans got a sneak peek this week when the clip for the upcoming episode was released. Hunter, who has been chatting online with Karen for over a year, is finally taking the leap to meet her in person. In the July 23rd episode, viewers will see the nervous and exciting moment unfold as Hunter waits for Karen to step out of the car. With a mix of nerves and excitement, Hunter greets Karen with, "Hey, wow, you look great." Karen, equally nervous, responds, "Thanks, you look handsome." The two share a moment of relief and happiness as they finally meet face to face. Hunter couldn't contain his excitement in a confessional, admitting, "Yo, I'm gonna keep it real. When I first saw Karen, knocked me out. Like stunner. She looks so beautiful." He also acknowledges the unique situation, but this is not a regular situation. "We've been talking for a little over a year, but this is the first time we're meeting in person." Hunter Thore's first date with girlfriend includes Whitney. In a confessional, Hunter explains, "This is the first time we are meeting in person. I'm meeting her for the first time, but she's also meeting my family for the first time, and that's a little awkward." The date is set against the backdrop of Hunter's first movie premiere, making the occasion even more special. Hunter informs Karen that she'll be meeting his sister Whitney, his other sister Angie, his father, and his nephew Cody. Karen, though slightly overwhelmed, bravely accepts the challenge. Whitney Way Thore, in another preview, expresses her doubts. "So her first date, she's meeting you and the entire family?" Hunter nervously nods, and Whitney remarks, "Well, I don't know if she's ready for us." Meanwhile, their father, Glenn Thore, playfully flips his hair while wearing a wig, making Whitney laugh. "I would be scared if I was her." After meeting Hunter in person, Karen shares her initial thoughts. "Seeing Hunter for the first time, he's way more attractive than I anticipated." She adds in a confessional interview, "And it makes me a little nervous. He seems like he has a good personality in person, so I'm looking forward to spending more time with him tonight." Don't miss the new episodes of My Big Fat Fabulous Life on Tuesdays at 9/8 on TLC to see how Hunter and Karen's first date unfolds. What do you think about Hunter's new girl? Do you think it was a good idea for Whitney and the family to be part of the first date? Next, we're diving into the latest concerns surrounding My Big Fat Fabulous Life star, Glenn Thore. Fans have noticed some alarming changes in Glenn's appearance, sparking worry and discussion online. Is Whitney Way Thore's dad facing health issues? Let's get into the details. Recently, fans of My Big Fat Fabulous Life have been quick to pick up on a concerning family trait that has them deeply worried. Glenn Thore, father of Whitney Way Thore, has become the center of attention after fans noticed his unhealthy appearance in a recent photo. While the show primarily revolves around Whitney and her weight loss journey, her family plays a significant role in her story. Following the passing of Whitney's mom, Babs Thore, Glenn has struggled with the immense loss of his wife and best friend. This difficult period has been documented over the past few seasons, showcasing Glenn's journey through grief. Despite rumors of Glenn considering moving in with his long-lost daughter, Angie Vincent, he decided to stay with Whitney. However, a recent photo has sparked concern among fans about his health. Many believe that Whitney's controlling nature might be impacting his well-being. On Reddit, MBFFL viewers started a thread titled Glenn Thore Tattoo Sighting, discussing Glenn's decision to get a tattoo last season. While some were fascinated by his new ink, others couldn't help but notice his deteriorating health. Comments flooded in, with one fan expressing shock at Glenn's appearance, stating, "I haven't watched any of the last 2 seasons, so this picture of Glenn comes as somewhat of a shock to me. He seems to be aging quickly. I hope Whitney is treating him right." Another viewer pointed out, "She belittles and controls him non-stop, and he's gained a ton of weight living with her." Many fans believe Whitney should be focusing on her father's health just as much as her own. Comments ranged from concerns about Glenn's weight to suggestions for Whitney to help him lead a healthier lifestyle. One user mentioned, "He needs to think about his health more. I know that's not in this family's DNA, though." Another added, "His daughter should sign him up for her No BS Active app for free." However, some fans speculated that Glenn's unhealthy appearance might be linked to deeper issues. One comment read, "That belly of his is downright scary." Makes one wonder whether he's coping with depression by eating, and whether this is a shared family trait. Amid the concern, some fans defended Glenn, urging others to be more empathetic. One comment stated, "Oh Christ, when I'm a widowed senior, let me eat whatever the fuck I want, lol. Glenn is tired. Can he be off limits when it comes to body criticism?" Others emphasized that the comments were more about concern than criticism. "It's understandable because of what he's been through, but his weight is in such an unhealthy place for a man his age," noted one viewer. What do you think? Is Glenn Thore living dangerously with his lifestyle habits? Does he look unhealthy to you? Should Whitney Way Thore be making better decisions to assist him? Moving on, we've got some juicy scoop from My Big Fat Fabulous Life. Whitney Thore has always been one to embrace her natural self, but this time it seems she's taken her body positivity to a new level. One that has left her half-sister, Angie, absolutely shocked. Let's dive into the details of this hairy situation. Whitney Thore, the star of My Big Fat Fabulous Life, is known for her unapologetic embrace of natural beauty. Recently, she was preparing for an important family event, and she chose a stunning long black sleeveless dress for the occasion. Excited to get her half-sister Angie's opinion, she called her into the room for a quick fashion check. Angie, who Whitney didn't grow up with, immediately complimented her on how beautiful she looked in the dress. However, Whitney couldn't help but notice Angie's high heels compared to her own small heels. As they discussed their outfits, Whitney lifted her arms, revealing her armpit hair. Angie was taken aback and exclaimed, "What the hell is under your armpits, Whitney?" Initially thinking she had lint under her arms, quickly realized that her half-sister was shocked by the sight of her armpit hair. Whitney, unfazed by her sister's reaction, asked what was wrong with having armpit hair. Angie, clearly disapproving, remarked that Whitney had enough hair under her arms to braid. She suggested that if Whitney had worn a long-sleeve dress, the hair wouldn't have been an issue, but with a sleeveless dress, she felt it had to go. Whitney, however, stood her ground. She expressed that while there are many things she could feel bad about, body hair that grows naturally is not one of them. She proudly stated that she doesn't care about having hair on her legs or under her arms, though she does prefer not to have it on her face or downstairs. Anywhere else, she's all for it, saying, "Please give me hair." Despite Whitney's confidence, Angie was adamant about her sister not attending the event with hairy armpits. She asked Whitney if she had a razor, to which Whitney replied that she hadn't shaved her armpits in over a year and didn't see a need to, as she believed no one would see them. Angie, determined to help her sister fit the part for the fancy event, insisted on taming Whitney's armpit hair. She offered to shave it for her, assuring her that she could grow it back after if she wanted. The question remains, will Whitney Thore shave her armpit hair for the big event, or will she stand by her natural look? So, what do you think, fans? Should Whitney stick to her guns and embrace her natural look, or should she give in to Angie's request and shave her armpits for the event? Finally, we're diving into the mysterious case of Whitney Way Thore's rumored half-brother. Fans of My Big Fat Fabulous Life have been buzzing about the possibility of a secret sibling, but recently the rumor mill has gone silent. With the introduction of a surprise half-sister, Angie Burdett, many are left wondering what happened to the rumored half-brother. Could he still make an appearance in an upcoming season on TLC? Let's explore the details. Long before Angie Burdett entered the scene, rumors circulated among My Big Fat Fabulous Life fans about a secret half-brother. According to these whispers, Glenn Thore, Whitney's father, might have fathered a son with his alleged Asian girlfriend, Keiko. These claims gained traction on Reddit, where many users gave credibility to the original poster's account. However, with the arrival of Angie, a supposed half-sister, the story of the half-brother seemed to fade into the background. The plot thickened when some fans speculated that Angie might not be Glenn's only illegitimate child. Despite the posts about the half-brother disappearing, Starcasm managed to cite the original claims. Now that Angie has been accepted into the Thor family, the idea of her being a fake actress is starting to seem far-fetched. But what if Glenn did father 2 children outside of his marriage? The conversation took an interesting turn on Reddit when a fan suggested that the rumored half-brother might actually be Angie's adopted son. This theory emerged when discussions about the secret brother abruptly stopped following Angie's introduction. The fans speculated that perhaps there was confusion between Glenn's potential son and Angie's adopted child. Here's what some Reddit users had to say. "I'm thinking the son that Angie placed for adoption may be where people are getting confused. That poster hasn't posted here in a long time. They don't actively watch the show and are more active on other subs now. I don't think they want to be dragged back into this, so that is all I will say." They even said he probably wouldn't do the show unless TLC offered him a lot of money. Sue is Angie's son that she put up for adoption, who they were actually referring to? Seems possible. If the rumored half-brother was indeed confused with Angie's adopted son, there is still a chance he might appear on the show. Remember, at the end of season 11, Glenn mentioned considering a move to Alabama to help Angie search for her child. So, what do you think about the rumored secret half-brother of Whitney Way Thore? Do you believe he exists and the family has chosen to keep the story under wraps? Or could it all have been a mix-up involving Angie Burdett's adopted son? Share your thoughts in the comments below, and don't forget to subscribe to The Fame for all the latest updates on your favorite reality TV stars.